Love the energy in this room. My gosh. Thank you, everyone. Please take your seats. Let's start with a warm round of applause for the real heroes, the people standing behind me and in front of me who are members of our unions, 1199, NICA, the nurses, also our administrators, the frontline workers, the medical professionals, all the people who never gave up on the possibility, who wrote letters and rallied and fought so hard. I heard you loud and clear. And as you know I'm from just up the road in Hamburg, right? So I know Brooks Hospital. I didn't need to find this one on a map and have someone show where I know how critical it is to have health care in this community. I know it. I know everything about this community. It is part of who I am. I just had lunch at Aunt Millie's Diner. So there you go. Does she not have the best pastries you've ever seen in your life? I digress. But that's all right. The corn chowder was amazing today. But all of you work so hard to help make reality come true. One step closer to modernizing an essential healthcare system for the people who live here and those who will move here now that we have the assurances that there'll be high quality healthcare for all their future workers as well. That's what this is all about. City of Dunkirk, Mayor Dovias, I want to thank you for working so hard to get this over the finish line. We have our Village of Fredonia Mayor Michael Ferguson has joined us. I also want to give a shout out to Willie Rosas, who was championing this when he was mayor as well. Willie, right there. Oh, I heard a lot from Willie too. No doubt about it. Our county executive, PJ Wendell, thank you. We've been through a lot together. I thank you for your leadership. President of the Western New York Area Labor Federation, AFL-CIO, Peter DeJesus. I want to thank him for. And the knight in shining armor who's coming in from Kaleida Health, Don Boyd. Thank you very much for all you're doing there. And one of my hometown commissioners, Commissioner of Civil Service, Timothy Hogues, also, so if you want a job in civil service, catch him on the way out. Our host, SUNY Fredonia President, Stephen Cullison, I want to thank him for being here as well, Stephen. My niece Jennifer went here, so I used to, Aunt Kathy, can you come visit me? So I'd bring her homemade chocolate chip cookies. So I know that I know this campus well. But before I get to the big news, don't know if there's a lot of suspense or not, but I want to just give a recap of how we got here today. Long before I became governor, there was a commitment to this community of $74 million to replace the aging facility in Dunkirk. That was a promise that was made to this community. But for years, it's been in limbo. Nobody could identify a fiscally solvent operating model. It seemed too hard. But you know what? When something's hard, we say, bring it on. Yeah. I mean, that's what you do when you're part of this community. Easy's for everybody else. We tackle hard here. And when I came into office, we said we have to find a sustainable path. Something has to work. It can't be that hard. And I, as governor, will not do as has been done in the past to just kick this one down the road and say, it's too much, let somebody else deal with it. Because that is what has held back our communities for too long. I want long-term solutions that are built to last. At the bottom line, ensure that everybody, no matter where you live, in the biggest cities, our smaller communities, our rural areas, that you have access to good quality health care. It's a basic human right. That is a basic human right. So, I know the challenges coming from here. When I was in Congress, I represented a lot of rural communities as well. I understood the challenges that are facing our more rural areas. lower reimbursements and patient volumes, the cost of drugs and equipment, staffing shortages, and then you throw on top of all that COVID, when a lot of people put their heart and soul into helping patients, and my God, we'll never have enough volume of gratitude to tell them, thank you for being there, thank you for showing up, thank you for leaving the safety of your own homes and being there for our families. You did it, and we will never, ever forget that. Thank you. Thank you. But between 2010 and 2021, 136 rural hospitals shut their doors. Lakeshore Hospital, one of the more recent casualties, leaving Brooks as northern Chautauqua County's only community hospital. No community should have a healthcare desert. Not now, not ever. You should not have a situation where people have to drive 45 minutes to get to the nearest emergency room. If you're a mom, something happens to your child, my little girl, I was at a town board meeting and she got hit by a car. She was okay. She was okay. That's the call you don't want to get. And we were just minutes from a hospital. I didn't have to worry about that. But something happens to your child out here, that's as scary as it gets. You should not have to endure that anxiety to save a life of someone you love. And it's about the services, it's about the community. It's also about the workers, as I mentioned. 300 frontline healthcare workers and support staff. Now, 1199 SEIU and NISNA, you have done the work. So we should say to you, we'll make sure you have work to do going forward. That's our commitment to you. We'll make sure you have the jobs. You love this community. Your families are here. This is where you want to stay. So, yes, we know what you did to help others. We'll keep the jobs. We'll keep you here. And I'm just telling you right now, we worked hard to get this done. So that's why today I'm announcing that Brooks, TLC, Health Systems, and Kaleida Health have finalized a partnership that'll finally unlock the $74 million and clear the path. Clear the path. To build this hospital. Let's build this hospital. Build this hospital. Build this hospital. Let's get it done. We can do this. We can do this. Now, how do we make the magic happen? Well, when you hear about budgets and your eyes start to glaze over, this is part of our budget this year. We have a new safety net transformation program. We fought to get it in this year's budget, and it encourages partnerships like this. They make all the sense in the world to save this community, save the workers, the jobs, provide the health care, but also to link arms with the premier healthcare institution that has the caliber of service, the professionals, the doctors, the staff elsewhere that will support what you need here. That's the beauty and genius of this marriage with Kaleida. Now, I know this is going to be a good marriage. I know a lot about marriage. I'm hitting 40 years this summer, so I know a little bit. I see a good marriage. This has the makings of a good marriage. And we're going to support through capital operating dollars and regulatory flexibility. And talk about marriage, what comes next after marriage. Sometimes you become a parent. Kaleida will become the parent and work with Brooks to have a plan and construct and eventually operate the hospital. So we'll have a revised project application, the DOH. DOH is listening to me right now. We're going to expedite the review very quickly. Let's get it done. And once they get the hospital, it'll be done within the next 3 years. And so I'm going to say 3 years is great. 2.5 sounds better. Okay, you know, see where I'm going with this? All right. You know, they told me it'd take 4 years for a Buffalo Bills stadium. I said, you have 2, okay? So I'm just saying, I like things to happen quickly, and Kaleida is a fantastic partner. And there's going to be more projects like this, around the region, around the state, because this newly enacted safety net transformation program wants this to happen. We don't want any more added on to the 136 hospitals that have already closed. It doesn't have to be. And that's why this model will work. Because right now, a lot of the beds are vacant, right? But you still have to be ready for that person who comes in who needs to take a bed. They're on financial life support because there aren't people in the beds. So we'll replace the outdated aging facility with a more modern, welcoming, efficient hospital. Rein in the cost by doing that. Rein in the cost. It'll suit the needs of the community. It'll have 12 bays, 15 medical and surgical beds, 4 surgical suites, 2 procedure rooms, and a helipad, because if you need to go elsewhere, you're going to get there quickly. Now, our New York State Thruway goes very smoothly. I just drove down from Buffalo, but it's a lot faster in the air. You can go to Osai Children's Hospital if you need that kind of care. You can go to our hospitals in minutes with this helipad. So this way, Brooks joins the largest healthcare network in West Europe, the largest, with the most services. And if someone needs specialty care, as I said, they can go to Buffalo General, they can go to Children's Hospital, and the transfer will be absolutely seamless. So a better Brooks Hospital is also so critical to what's happening here in Chautauqua County. You know I love this county. When I lived in Hamburg, we used to think we were going on vacation. We went down to Chautauqua County. I'm serious. You go to Aunt Millie's, you go down to Mayville, you go down to Chautauqua Institution, you rent a little boat. Now you go to the Comedy Center. You work your way down. This is the beauty of the charming little communities and the vineyards that smell so fantastic. The largest continuous Concord grape region in the world. You know that? I know more crazy things about this county than anybody. I love it here. And so what this says is other economic development projects will feed into this. So let me tell you what I mean. We've just invested, Mayor knows this, $10 million Downtown Revitalization Initiative, 9 projects. So 9 of these projects for almost $10 million will stimulate private investment, right? Revitalize the downtown waterfront district, and I'm a boater, and I have docked overnight sleeping right there. You just didn't know it was me, did you? I go all over this state in disguise. $2 million to help the marina, and also Chadwick Bay Marina, and investing in the Workforce Development Training Center, $2.2 million. Affordable housing, $500,000 in a daycare center, because we want our moms to work. They need a place that's good and safe for the kids. And 48 new apartments, because you are a pro-housing community. Thank you very much. And we'll be making some great announcement about Wells Ice Cream. Who doesn't love Wells Ice Cream? Lots of jobs, tax credits, grants, Refresco beverages. Momentum is building is my point. I could give you an even longer list. Momentum is building. But a lot of it was resting on this project happening. Because as I said, you want to expand, you want to draw more people to the area, you want young people to stay. You cannot say, oh, and by the way, if you really need a hospital, it's only 45 minutes down the road. They'll go closer. But now, they'll stay right here. They'll come here, they'll invest here, they'll build on all these other investments that are so important. Because if you don't have a top-rate hospital, it's hard to get people excited to come down. So they need to know they're going to be okay. So this is a big win. It's a big win for Dunkirk, Fredonia, and all of Chautauqua County. And I look forward to coming back here soon, I hope, for a groundbreaking, and it's going to happen. You witnessed history in the making. This is the day everything changed for Chautauqua County. Thank you very much. Thank you. Let me introduce a fierce advocate for this project, Mayor Kate Doviev.
Thank you, Governor, and welcome, esteemed guests and fellow community members. Today is a day that will go down in history as a turning point for our beloved community. The news brought to us is exciting and long overdue and deeply appreciated. Your commitment to our region's growth and well-being shines through every word in your announcement. First and foremost, we thank you for prioritizing our healthcare. This healthcare announcement will be a breath of fresh air for our community. For far too long, we have felt the weight of uncertainty regarding access to quality care. Your funding will be a lifeline, ensuring our families receive the medical attention they deserve. There is more to this than politics. It's about people, about lives, about improved and potentially saved. We are profoundly grateful. The DRI project funding, as you alluded to, is a resounding vote of your confidence in our community's potential. These dollars will be a catalyst for transformation, sparking revitalization and breathing new life into our streets. We envision thriving businesses, vibrant gathering places, and limitless opportunities. This investment is a seed that will yield a bountiful harvest for generations to come. The honor of Western New York being the first pro-housing community is not one we take lightly. We understand the trust you've placed in us to be a model for inclusive growth, for creating a place where everyone has a roof over their head and a chance to thrive. We accept this challenge with open arms. Affordable housing is the bedrock of a healthy community, and we're eager to build on that foundation. As we stand on the precipice of this exciting new chapter, we recognize the leaders who have championed our cause, even if they cannot be here today. Senator Borrello and Assemblyman Goodell, your tireless advocacy has been instrumental in bringing us to this moment. Your absence is felt, but your impact is undeniable. Governor, your faith in our community is a gift. These initiatives are more than just funding. They are a testament to the potential that you see within us. We pledge to make you proud, to be good stewards of these resources, and to build a community where everyone can flourish. Today, we do not just celebrate funding. We celebrate hope renewed, possibility, and the knowledge that our best days are ahead. We toast to the future where healthcare is a right, not a privilege, where our streets buzz with life, and where every family has a place to call home. This is a promise of today's announcement, and we are forever grateful. Thank you, Governor, for believing in us. Let us get to work with the community we know and love and start building. At this time, it's my honor to introduce Peter DeJesus, President of the Western New York Area Labor Federation, AFL-CIO.
Good afternoon, everyone. Today's a good day. Oh, yeah. Good day. So thank you all for being here today. As president of the Western New York Area Labor Federation, I stand before you today with great excitement and pride. This moment marks a significant milestone in our community's journey towards enhanced healthcare and well-being. First and foremost, I want to extend our deepest gratitude to Governor Kathy Hochul. Give her a round of applause, folks. She got it done. Governor Hochul, your unwavering commitment to improving healthcare across New York State has been the driving force behind making this project a reality. Your support not only underscores the importance of accessible, high-quality healthcare for all, but all serves as a beacon of your leadership and your vision. We are profoundly grateful for your dedication and your service in bringing this long-standing vision to a reality. We thank you for that. I also want to acknowledge and thank our local elected officials whose dedication and advocacy have been pivotal. Your tireless effort in representing our community's needs and securing this funding have not gone unnoticed. Together, we have laid a strong foundation for a brighter and healthier future. Additionally, as stated earlier, I believe we owe a debt of gratitude to the members of 1199 SEIU and the New York State Nurses Association, NYSNA. It is because of your steadfast advocacy and commitment to protecting healthcare workers' rights and welfare have been paramount to this journey. So to the members of 1199 SEIU and NYSNA, thank you for your hard work and dedication and for being the backbone of our healthcare system. So perhaps most importantly, I want to express our deepest gratitude to the members of this community. Your unwavering support, resilience, and trust have not only driven us to the significant achievement, but have been the very foundation of it. Your patience, your hope, and voices have been the guiding light in this journey. The new Brooks Memorial Hospital stands as a testament to the power of community when we are united in a common goal. This new facility will not just be a building, but a symbol of progress and of hope. It represents an investment in our health, in our economy, and yes, our future. For our healthcare workers, it means more than just modern facilities. It's a recognition of their tireless efforts and a promise of a better working environment to provide the best care possible. For our patients, it means access to state-of-the-art medical services right here in Chautauqua County. And for the community, it means a beacon of strength and unity. So as we proceed with constructing the new Brooks Memorial Hospital, let us remember that this is a collective triumph. It reflects our shared values and our determination to build a healthier, more vibrant community for all. So thank you again to Governor Kathy Hochul. Thank you to our local elected officials. To my siblings at 1199 and Nijna, we say thank you. To our partners in Kaleida Health, we say thank you. Together, we are building a brighter future for Chautauqua County. Thank you. So at this time, it is my honor to bring up the President and CEO of Kaleida Health, Don Boyd.
Thank you, Peter, and good afternoon, everyone. I am honored to be with all of you today. And I, too, want to start by thanking Governor Hochul for not only being here today, but for your leadership and your commitment to saving, let me say that again, saving healthcare in Northern Chautauqua County. As the governor said, today is a historic day for Western New York. The decision and the commitment to build a new hospital here in this community will provide tangible benefit for patients and generations for years to come. But today's announcement is also about the power of partnership and passion and the impact that those two harnessed together can have for a community. Partnerships like the one that Governor Hochul and her team have created with Kaleida Health and Brooks TLC, and the passion of all of you in this room that worked tirelessly to ensure that this day would come. Yes. You deserve a round of applause. At Kaleida Health, we are blessed to care for patients from all 8 counties of Western New York, from Niagara Falls to Bradford, Pennsylvania, and points well beyond. It is an absolute privilege and the most awesome responsibility for when a patient and a family is in need, for them to turn to us to provide what they need in that moment to make a difference in their life. And Kaleida Health's hospitals have a long and deep history, over 170 years, of providing care to our community. And when we think about our organization, there's a universal truth. We must continue to evolve and change and grow to meet the needs of our community today and in the future. And so the change to better serve the patients that entrust us with their care comes in many forms at Kaleida Health. When I think back over the course of my career, one of the greatest manifestations of the willingness and the desire to change, to transform, to do something better for our community is when we made the decision to close the then Millard Fillmore Gates Circle Hospital and to build the world-renowned, state-of-the-art Gates Vascular Institute with state support on the Buffalo Niagara Medical Campus, physically attached to Buffalo General Medical Center. And then just a few short years later, recognizing the changing trends and the needs of moms and kids and babies in Western New York and beyond, we made another bold decision to close the then Children's Hospital of Buffalo and build the first and only of its kind in New York State, again with state support, freestanding children's hospital on the Buffalo Niagara Medical Campus, physically attached to Buffalo General and the Gates Vascular Institute, so that our entire community can avail themselves of world-class healthcare in one location. But to bring facilities, world-class, state-of-the-art facilities like that to life, in our experience requires a very specific 5-point strategy, and all elements are necessary. You have to start with a vision, right? You have to have a plan, you have to have a timeline, you must have funding, and perhaps most importantly, and this is who you all are, a coalition of supporters who are committed to change. And so I can tell you that today, all 5 points of that strategy are alive and well here in Northern Chautauqua County and will be in the new Brooks TLC Hospital. So our vision to take what we have, which is very good, but to make it better for those that we serve, has been, that vision was created first with the Brooks TLC board chaired by Chris Lansky, the Kaleida Health board chaired by Gary Crosby, and it's been endorsed by the governor, by New York State, community leaders across Chautauqua County. And that vision is about how do we have local access to high quality healthcare that is sustainable, economically feasible, and has the ability to adapt to the changes in this community for generations to come. But it needs to be a part of a larger healthcare continuum to be able to make that reality for years to come in the future. And so the vision is not just about building a new hospital, it's about the ability to create new ways to care for patients now and in the future. So to make that vision a reality, you must have a plan. And we have a very thoughtful and solid plan in place. So by harnessing the strengths of Kaleida Health and by bringing Brooks TLC into our organization, we have a defined plan for the future. And you heard this word earlier. Very important part of that plan is that it brings certainty to the residents and patients of Northern Chautauqua County, and just as importantly, to the men and women who work at Brooks Memorial Hospital. So we must have a timetable, and so we start that today. It was a 3-year timetable. We might be updating the timetable based on our conversation here today, but we appreciate the push and the support to make that happen. So what do we have? We have agreement between New York State, between the Kaleida Health Board, the Brooks TLC Board, to construct the new Brooks Hospital over the next 3 years and then bring Brooks into the Kaleida Health family. And so 2027 may seem like that is a long way off, but for all of us in this room, that date is right around the corner. And we are already have our work plan underway to make this vision and the governor's trust in all of us a reality. And so key to all of this, as we know, is funding. And it's no secret to any of us that the financial impact of COVID-19 on hospitals across the state, including Brooks. And so thankfully, the governor and her team recognize and understand that reality. And you heard the governor say they've committed to provide ongoing support to Brooks while we construct the new hospital and to release the previously awarded $74 million grant to construct the hospital. That is an incredible, incredible commitment from the governor and her team, and it deserves another round of applause. Now, the last part of that 5-point strategy, and perhaps the most important part, is an incredible coalition of supporters who are committed to change. And all of you here in the community of Northern Chautauqua County represent that. What's so impressive about that coalition to us is how wide and how deep it is. It includes local and state elected officials. It includes organized labor, business leaders, community leaders, current and retired leaders of the health systems and hospitals, the Department of Health, the governor's team in Albany and here in Western New York. And I do want to recognize, and it's always a risk, a few individuals. I want to recognize and thank Commissioner James McDonald, the New York State Department of Health, Angela Profeta, Chloe Kaufman, the governor's team here in Western New York, Bonnie Lockwood, Nancy Mahoney. They have been unwavering in their support of our vision and their confidence and their belief in Kaleida Health and all of us to make this a reality. So thank you. But it's important to know perhaps the most important constituency in that coalition are the men and women who work at Brooks TLC Hospital. Right? Absolutely. And so when you think about this, the current Brooks Hospital and the future Brooks Hospital exists for one reason and one reason only, and that is to provide care to patients and ideally improve their health. To do that, you have to rely on incredibly talented people every day. And the team at Brooks, they make a choice every day to make a difference in the lives of patients and families in Northern Chautauqua County. And thanks to the governor and her team and their investment, they will now have a facility that matches their clinical expertise and their passion for providing care. Can we please give them a huge round of applause? So today is proof that there is strength in numbers, that there is power in one voice that's committed to change. And I could not be more proud personally, and Kaleida Health could not be more proud to be on your team. Thank you. So in closing, I just want to say thank you again. Finish where I started, to you, Governor Hochul and her team. Thank you for your leadership and your commitment to building the new Brooks Hospital. And there is no doubt that today's announcement will be part of your legacy, one part of your legacy in Western New York. And rest assured that I and we all know the impact, the tangible impact that this will have on patients and generations for years to come. So thank you. And we cannot wait to bring you back, hand you a shovel, and have you lead us in the official groundbreaking for the new Brooks Hospital. So thank you.
Ready.
Yes, and thank you to all of you.
This concludes our program. Thank you all for coming.